Hello and welcome to Gameplay Junkies. This is episode 8. It has been a while. I am, of course, BenNny Mac, but we could not do an episode considering what's been happening this week. Joining me, as always, not from across the pond, from down the road, is Mr.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad, Tar.
I had a bit of a coughing fit before we came on air as well, so I'm like trying to. It's like a tickle in the back of my throat, so I apologise in advance. I just realised my camera's over there now. But yeah, man, it's been crikey, I don't even know, man. I was just looking. We've done episode 7 quite a while ago, to be fair. There's some stuff going on an SJP at the minute. Some rebranding going on. We're going to try and keep this show going every other week like we normally try and do, but it doesn't always happen that way. 20th of August, mate, was the last time a episode was released.
It's only a few weeks.
Oh, we know. August, September. Yeah, we're nearly at Halloween, mate. Can we do a Halloween special this year? We've never done one before for any show, I don't think. We've ever done
Halloween to be fair.
It didn't last that long. Excuse me. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a good Sunday, wherever you're doing. A lot of gaming stuff's been happening, obviously. Before we went off air, we were just about to... I think Starfield was imminently out, I think, that week.
We were looking forward to Starfield, weren't we?
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But we're going to get on with the show, basically, is what we're doing. This is SJP War Media. This is live on SJP War Media Facebook page, SJP War Media on YouTube, and on BenNny Mac Gaming on Twitch, for those listening later or whenever. And should, hopefully an audio version should be out, I don't know, probably Monday or Tuesday. So we are live every other Sunday. So was it the 15th now?
Yeah. So
not next Sunday, people, the Sunday after.
Be the 29th.
Is that right? I have no idea, mate, to be honest. Assuming you're free and stuff. It'll be the 29th, which apparently is the official time of when British summertime ends, according to my phone. I don't know if you can see that on screen. No, it's kind of
it's ended already, hasn't it?
Yeah, it ended a week ago, didn't it? Man, so we talked about it a little bit on and off, but Activision and Microsoft and Sony and all that kind of stuff. But
20-month battle, hasn't it?
I didn't realize it was that long, to be honest with you.
20 months since it was announced and finally got completion yesterday, wasn't it? Or the day before?
Day before, I think.
69 billion.
Activision Blizzard is now officially part of Microsoft.
Xbox Gaming.
Xbox Gaming, yeah. So there you go. For those who are probably going to ask the question, what does this mean for Modern Warfare 3? It means you still got to pay for it this time.
Yes.
What happens in about a year's time?
Yeah, from what we've seen, it's likely to come to Game Pass middle of next year.
So yeah, in theory, you never have to pay for it. Apart from the subscription fee of the Game Pass, obviously, you're never going to have to pay for a COD game again. But I think a lot of people know about Activision in terms of, the average fan knows they do COD, obviously.
Spyro, Crash Bandicoot.
Loads of games. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. As you said, Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, you've already said. I'm just going through some of the games they do very quickly. I'm not going to pick all of them out. You can look on their website for that. There's Skylanders. There's so many, but I'm kind of excited.
Is it as well?
Well, the Blizzard side of things is what I was going to say. I'm very excited about stuff like World of Warcraft, Diablo, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, Hearthstones, mate. I'm a massive fan of Hearthstones. I was a big player on my mobile so much back in the day, even though I never really played Warcraft overly.
Yeah.
StarCraft as well.
Yeah.
Remastered one came out long ago. Warcraft, just all those types of games, man. There's so many. I'm just looking at them here. So many that potentially could be coming to console now. If anything, minimum Game Pass on PC if you're on PC already. But I'm wondering how many of these games that are predominantly PC games now, because they're under the umbrella of Xbox. That you would think they're going to want these games to be on console, wouldn't you, as well?
Yeah, I would have thought so,
mate. From now on, E3, any Xbox event, world premiere, Game Pass.
Is it one thing after another? Game Pass exclusive. Game Pass exclusive.
They should just start the show with all these games are Game Pass exclusives, to be honest. This is the Game Pass exclusive section. Well, we watched one, didn't we, back in the beginning of the year? And like what we want, you said what we want to see here during the watch along was Game Pass, and it just kept dropping, didn't it?
Game Pass, wasn't
it? It was so
what we want, to be fair. Well, we have got a Xbox release a trailer, or not a trailer as such, but a little video to celebrate the finalising of the deal, which we're going to bring up and show everyone now.
Yeah, I haven't watched this yet, so this should be quite interesting. How should we set this up for the people watching like that? Maybe.
Yeah.
How's that one? I'm being a bit picky here. It's been a while since we've used this. But Jack's gone. There he is. So yeah. So I apologise to those listening at any point if you're not watching. But there is if you haven't seen it, look for Activision Blizzard King joins Xbox official trailer. But for those who are watching live with us or on delay, here it is.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow.
I hope that's not copyrighted.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy, don't miss a tree.
So, this is home now. Home. Family.
That's cute.
That was cute. I like that. That was good.
We need an army. I can get us an army.
Yeah.
It's about time.
That is actually really cool.
We're a team. All of us. No one fights alone.
I'll follow you from here on out.
Mate, that is actually really cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool. I like that. That was cool. Might have to end the show on that video, to be honest. That was that was cool.
It's a nice little touch, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was cool, man. I like that. I did honestly.
Just want to read out as well a tweet that Phil Spencer made alongside this video. Right. Today is a good day to play. We officially welcome Activision Blizzard King to Team Xbox. Together, we will create stories and experiences that bring players together in a culture empowering everyone to do their best work and celebrate diverse perspectives. So
that's really cool, mate. I like that. That's almost on par with like best way I can describe it. And I apologize to people who listen to the show. You probably heard me make references to this kind of before, but this is like the fucking last scene in Endgame when everybody comes out of fucking circles and all the different superheroes are coming out, all different armies. That was a cool little video. I like that. This is home now. I like that. That was really cool.
That's it. It was a good way of bringing together the franchises in just a little.
I don't know whether you should do. I don't think you should necessarily do crossovers all the time, but potentially there could be some interesting crossovers. Like Smash Bros style, like some interesting things there, mate. To be honest, that was a good trailer. I'm glad you pointed it out because that was we're going to play it on the show.
Good way, wasn't it, to advertise the finalising of the deal? As I said, 20 months in the making. A lot of issues with the UK's CMA, Competitions and Market Authority. Issues with the Americans. FTC.
Was it mainly to do with the cloud side of things? Was it mainly to do with that?
The biggest objection was the cloud gaming, which I believe they have given the rights for a certain time period to Ubisoft, haven't they? To manage it for the next so many years. And that's allowed them to for the deal to go through. I believe.
Oh mate, it's that if you missed the trailer, by the way, Liz, what I'll do is we'll end the show as normal with the credits and everything, and I'll play that at the end of the show as well, just so you can see it again, because that was really cool. I enjoyed that.
Well, that's it. It's a massive day for Xbox PC players with the possibilities of all these great franchises, and not even the newer franchises like Call of Duty and stuff. You're talking Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. So much
Warcraft as well. Like, if I don't know how the Warcraft thing will work, because obviously you have to pay for that separately. I suppose it would be part of the Game Pass price if they do that.
Yeah.
They might leave it as is. I don't know. It depends what's coming out. As I said, the potential, like I said, man, the potential of the games. Activision have made so many great games, not just COD. Obviously, they're very. I think, let's face it, Activision are very much well known for COD, aren't they? To be honest, but nowadays,
and that's it. It's definitely a step forward, I think, for gaming, in the fact that if it would have gone the other way and this would have been Sony, for example, I don't think we would have how do I put this? I think Xbox and Phil Spencer want to make gaming available to everyone on what platforms they want to play it. I think if it would have gone the other way, everything would be PlayStation exclusive. Whereas
they tried to buy Bethesda, didn't they?
Yeah,
it didn't really work. So I just want to say quick shout out, Mr. SJP himself. He said, "Hi fellas in the chat. All right, so I hope you're doing well, buddy. We're back doing some gameplay junkies. So, mate, no, Sony I think have missed an opportunity to team up with Xbox. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted more crossplay. They wanted more, obviously and developers would have been good because they can still make their games on the relative consoles or PC, but the games could play together, whether you're on Xbox, PC, whatever.
Exactly. This day and age, we're past the old days of the console wars, and you should be able to, no matter what you're doing, get on whatever console, whether that's PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Nintendo, and play with whoever you want.
Yeah, man. I'm going to put it out there. We've talked about it off air anyway, so I'm going to talk about it on the show with you. What does this mean going forward? And do we see a possible collaboration, which we've kind of had at least snippets of? Now they've bought Activision. I don't know if they'll be allowed to do it, but like Xbox gaming with Nintendo, possibly.
Now that would be good if we could get some classic Nintendo games, such as, like we said earlier, Mario Kart would be a good one on there.
Mario Kart, Zelda
on the Xbox.
There's so many options there.
Well, that's the thing. If they could do a deal where they could bring the I don't know if it would be technically possible, but bring Game Pass to the Nintendo. Oh, what is it called? Is it the Switch?
Switch, the current one.
Yeah, the current one. Yeah. So if they could bring that there, that would increase the game libraries. If they could bring Nintendo's game library over to Xbox, be another fantastic thing for gamers. We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully, there's more collaborations down the road, and hopefully, Sony will take note and think, well, let's work together a bit more with Xbox.
I don't know. I'm trying to look at it from a PlayStation executive. Like, are they worried about because they Xbox? But how it's hard to really see it really. But like, because they were trying to make everything crossplay with it, they were still going to sell PlayStations as far as I could tell, and they were still going to sell Xboxes. So
yeah.
So I don't really understand the worry. Because they want them to buy their consoles, but then if I can play with you on my PlayStation and you've got an Xbox, then
surely
I don't have to fork out another £400 for another console.
Exactly.
So
I don't know. There at the end of the day, there's always going to be people that prefer the PlayStation. Always going to be people that prefer the Xbox. Yeah. Always going to be people that prefer a PC. But you should be able to just play anything you want with everyone. It's the easiest way of doing it. At the end of the day, say I wanted to buy Spider-Man for Xbox, I'm still paying Sony.
They still get the money at the end of the day for the game.
Why not open up if they're worried about losing or having to pay a percentage to Microsoft? Why not have two competing stores? So you have the Xbox store on PlayStation, you have the Sony store on Xbox. So for exclusive games, there you have to buy it via that store.
So
See
if
what
it's
I'm
an
saying?
exclusive PlayStation game, they'd have to buy it.
You buy it on the PlayStation store on the Xbox. Sony gets the full whack of the money. You buy Halo on PlayStation, you buy it on the Microsoft store.
So essentially, you're suggesting two stores, one from Xbox exclusive, mainly games, obviously, and then mate, the way it's gone, Sony are not going to do that, are they? To be fair, Sony want you to buy their Blu-ray players, their DVD players. You know, ultimately fridges, yeah. The DVD, like, so if we go films quickly, DVDs are obviously made for DVD players. There's no, you can buy a fucking, I don't know, Sony make of DVD player, and then I don't know, what's another one, Bush maybe or something. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Like,
It's been a long time since I bought a DVD player.
Yeah, exactly.
Samsung.
Or Samsung, and then, yeah, so others are available. But ultimately, that DVD will work on said DVD player. It doesn't matter. Whereas consoles are a bit different, aren't they? Because the games are made on said software for that console. Yeah, so it is a bit different. But do you know what? I don't see it happening. But that's not a bad idea, as far as I'm concerned, mate. To be honest, why not do that? If it's an exclusive game to Sony, why can't you buy it? But then, you know, what about Steam? You know, but ultimately the money still goes to, if Sony developed the game and you buy it on Steam, where's the money going?
Well, look at it this way, right? Yeah. At the moment, if I want to play, so I have an Xbox, which I buy my games through Microsoft. I have a PlayStation, which I buy my games through PlayStation. I'm going to be buying the new Spider-Man this week.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if you go to PC, I have a gaming PC. On that, I have the Xbox Game Pass app for playing games. I have the Steam app for buying games. I have is it G2G? The older game one? Oh, GOG, the older game one, yeah. Sorry, yeah. I also have, I'm trying to think the other game stores I've got on here.
GOG,
Epic Games.
Epic Games,
which I bought games on. There is another one as well, but I can't remember what the other one is. But
yeah,
I've got all those different places that I purchase games on. On my PC, I can buy 3 or 4 different stores. So why can't that be a thing for console?
It's not a bad show, I don't think. Like, if especially stuff like Last of Us, which is not in Uncharted and stuff, which is exclusively PlayStation. If they did do that crossover thing, like you said, it would still go to the developers.
Yeah,
only the ones who have, I don't know, foot the bill or whatever. Or are we on the precipice of maybe, like Sega and Nintendo, although Nintendo still make consoles to a degree, there's more handheld these days. Sega hasn't made a console in decades, but they do still make video games. It's become a game developer rather than a console maker. So does Sony at some point do that? I don't know. I don't think they'll give up the console.
I don't think so, because they sell enough PlayStations. I think they sell more PlayStations than Xbox sells Xboxes. But really? No, I'm pretty sure the last stats I read. Let me have a look.
So so all these people that are saying Xbox are taking over and they, you know, it's but actually there are more PlayStations than Xboxes. Then that's mental.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what I read.
That is actually quite insane, to be honest.
Let's have a look.
I'm going to try and find the stats now. But you can follow us at Gameplay Junkies on X. You can also follow myself at BenNny Mac, BenNyMack on X. And then you can follow Jack at, I've forgotten your X handle, mate. It's at Jack327. Jack V327. There we go. It's on the bottom of the screen. And follow the network, of course, at SJP World Media on X and Facebook and YouTube and all the other stuff.
So as of February this year, they they're estimating Sony PS5 sales at around 32 million consoles.
Damn.
And PlayStation Series X and S at around 20 million.
So yeah, again, mate,
PS5 at 32 million, Xbox Series X and Series S combined at around 20 million.
Damn.
So there ain't really an argument there, but the difference is Xbox is obviously part of Microsoft. Microsoft do computers.
Yeah.
So there's dual. They have two platforms to support instead of the one.
Well, then Sony, Columbia Pictures, films, DVD, TVs. So it's diversified, isn't it? A lot. So either way, really. Pardon me. But yeah, top story there. Microsoft completes $69 billion deal to buy Call of Duty maker Activision Blizzard. So there you go. Hopefully this time next year, mate, we'll be waiting for the next COD and it will be on Game Pass, which
we'll be actually have to buy this one. That'd be
the
best.
Yeah. Well, we've got to buy the one that's coming out, which we are going to talk about Modern Warfare 3 towards the end. We've been playing the beta. But before we get it, because obviously there's quite a lot of COD there, so we're going to talk about that in a bit. I want to talk about this. I know I don't know whether you ever played these games. I don't think you did. I think we've talked about it over the week. Have you played Metal Gear Solid?
I played. Is it 5, the last one?
So you played 5 then? Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, I haven't played any.
Fair enough. Okie dokie. Well, as I was going to put up on the screen there, so Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 console game is out on the 24th of October. I was worried this wasn't going to be coming to Xbox because it is a Sony Konami game, but it was on Sony PlayStation. It was on no other platform at the time. It may have been a PC game, but I'm not 100% sure about the Metal Gear Solid, the first one.
I thought I played 5 on Xbox. Did I not?
No, I'm on about these games, mate, because they have come out, but these were initially released on PlayStation and PlayStation 2, so I didn't know whether it was going to come out on Xbox. That's the original there. I personally love the first game. Completed it so many times. I'm looking forward to it. 24th of October. It's all 3 games: Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, and Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. Now, Snake Eater is actually a prequel, so actually 3 is actually first in the timeline. But it is what it is. In terms of the video we're seeing on screen, the original doesn't look like it's been overly changed, to be honest, from the original. Maybe it's been heightened a little bit, but mate, I'm looking forward to it. As I said, 24th of October. Personally, I think it looked. I'm looking forward to it, man. I am. There are a couple of things I'll talk about now that happened on the original PlayStation. So I'm on about the Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah.
That I don't know how it's going to translate to current day console.
Okay.
Now, obviously, it was as you can see, that was an NES game. I don't know if the NES games are included in this. I don't think they are, but I could be wrong on that. But it comes out, like I said, 24th of October. I didn't look at the prices, but it will be on PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Microsoft Windows. So if you ever played them back in the day and you want to give it a go, definitely give it a go. Am I boring you? Bloody hell. Definitely give it a go. Obviously, people that liked it are probably going to, more than likely, mate, are going to be wanting to play it, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
There's a few things on there that I don't know how it is going to work, because I'll use this as a... So, first off, it was on PlayStation. So, PlayStation, obviously, DualShock. Liam Powell, hello in the chat. Sorry, we're not ignoring you. Thank you very much for stopping by, mate. It has been a while. We've not been on since August. We worked it out, wasn't it? So, hope you're doing well, mate. He's always one of the active chatters in the old chat for us. Back to Metal Gear Solid. So, there are a couple of things which I like. If you completed the game with Otacon still alive, you got a stealth suit for your next playthrough, so you'd be invisible to because it's an espionage game, so you have to sneak around. If you complete it with Meryl still alive, you've got a bandana that gave you unlimited ammo for whatever weapon you had. Now, these are the things Now, the one I can see still working, the other one not so much. So the first one, I think, will still work. There's a scene in it where you get captured and tortured.
Yeah.
And you have to button bash the crap out of a button to keep your health up. It's like a battle against your health bar going down, just button bashing. So you'd be like, just smashing the B button, and it would be circle on PlayStation, but the B button. And of course, you'd be smashing the button as hard as you can, blah. Then your arm would tense up, and there's a bit where the doctor in the codex says to you, "How are you doing? Are you okay? I wish I could help you." Tell you what I can do. I can do these because you've got nanobots in you. That's So she goes, "Oh, you can if you hold the joypad." The game character says, "Hold your joypad to your arm," and so you do it like this, and then the computer it would then vibrate the joypad, and it would loosen up the muscles in your arm. It's so fucking random. The other one was. You need to contact so and so, but their number for the codex is on the back of the CD case. So you'd have to turn the game around, look on the back of it, and get the codex from it. So I don't know how that would work. The one that I really don't know how it's going to work is this one. One of the bosses you have to fight is called Psycho Mantis. Now, this might be weird for some younger people. I don't know. Now, PlayStation 1, remember that. Wired joypads, remember that. Obviously, nowadays, joypads are infrared, Bluetooth, whatever. To beat Psycho Mantis, you had to take your controller. I don't know how we knew this. I don't know how we found this out. It must have been in a magazine and somebody told us. I don't know. That's what it was like back then.
Yeah.
You took your controller out of slot 1 and put it into slot 2 so you could beat Psycho Mantis. Whenever you ran towards him in slot 1, he would move away. He would be like a magnet opposite. Like you could get near him to fight him. So you had to take your controller out of port 1 and port 2. And not only that, when you did defeat him by doing that, he goes, how could I not read your mind? Oh, I see. You took out that and put it in there. And there's so many fourth wall mentions in that game that I don't know how that would work.
I don't know how that's going to work now, because we had slots for stuff like that for a long time.
Decades, mate. Since at least Xbox 360.
Unless if they're doing it on the Xbox, you have to swap USB port.
Good God. I don't know how it's going to work. Liam in the chat, with the old completed playthroughs, they should keep that in the game. If it is a remaster, I don't know how much of a remaster it actually is, because it doesn't look. I mean, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 looked slightly upscale, but the original didn't look so much, did it? It's got that old school. There's no mouths opening. They would talk, and their head would go up and down. I'm looking forward to it, mate. To be honest, anybody that's a Metal Gear Solid fan of the originals, I didn't play. Was it 4 and 5? And there was Metal Gear Rising as well. Metal Gear Rising.
Played 5.
Metal Gear Rising, I played the demo on 360 back in the day, and it was basically like a hack and slash game. For me, Metal Gear Solid games has always been like games like Hitman. They were always like an espionage, sneaking around game, So I'm not a big fan. A lot of us aren't a big fan of Raiden anyway, to be honest. We're all more of a Solid Snake fan, but there we go. I'm looking forward to it. Let us know in the chats on Twitter at Gameplay Junkies. I'm looking forward to it, mate. I really am. So it comes out on 24th of October. PlayStation 5, Nintendo, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, S, and Microsoft Windows. So give it a look. I think it was about 30 quid. It might have been a bit more. I can't remember. I should have looked at the price before and I've forgotten. So that's my bad. You wanted to chat about something, mate. What do you want to chat about first?
You've missed a few comments.
Have I missed a few comments?
Yeah. I can't flag them.
Oh, hang on. Oh, Dan Griffin. Hello, mate. How are you? I hope you're doing all right. Evening, lads. We're talking some Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, it comes out on the 24th of October, mate. The Metal Gear Solid. I've gotten rid of the trailer, actually, so otherwise I would replay it. But, 1, 2, and 3. I'm not sure. It did show a clip of NES version, so I'm not sure whether that's included with it. It doesn't say that. So, Liam Powell, Metal Gear Survive was terrible, in my opinion. Which one was Survive, Liam? I don't. Is that when you played, Jack?
All I remember it being Metal Gear 5. I don't, and the fact you cover yourself in a cardboard box. That's all I remember of the game.
Oh, the cardboard box thing's back from the original NES
that's
game.
The only thing I remember. To be fair.
I can't wait for the remaster collection, says Dan Griffin. MGS is a core franchise of my gaming life. I am right there with you, Dan. I am fucking right there. I was going to buy a old PS2 to play them. Metal Gear Solid 1 PlayStation, I believe, was on 2 discs, mate. And then they released a what was it called? It was like a virtual reality training thing. It was like an add-on. It was disc 3.
Yeah.
I completed it so many times. It was one of those first games that had a real like narrative to it for me. One of those real and so I really loved it at the time. It was quality. I can't wait. That was apart from 5, that was meh. Dan Griffin says 5 was meh. I think I didn't really play it, to be honest, because I didn't think it was any good. I said Metal Gear Rising left a bad taste in my mouth after the demo came out because it was a hack and slash game. Liam Powell, I believe it was the one with the zombies. I don't remember that, to be fair. Dan Griffin also in the chat. Metal Gear Survive was weird. Side game, never bothered with it because it looked wank. Fair enough. Metal Gear Solid VR missions. That's what it was called. It was a separate disc that came out, Jack. It's the equivalent of DLC these days.
So when you say VR missions, I assume not VR.
No. Obviously not actual VR.
I was going to say, not actual VR, surely.
No, it was the way it was training missions, essentially. Kind of, it was almost like a puzzle-esque type thing. You had to try because you got to sneak past people, and some missions were don't kill anybody, or I still have. What does he say? I still have the PS1. I still have a PS1 with Metal Gear Solid, mate. Where is it? It's not anywhere near me. I found my I don't know if you ever did this, Jack. I had a game case with CDs in for the games in to go through rather than off the shelf, and it's still got Metal Gear Solid, the original PlayStation game, in there with the 2 discs.
No, I didn't, and the reason for that is I didn't have a lot of games, but I did have 6,000 demo discs from
magazines.
From magazines, anyone younger than 25 probably don't even know what a demo disc is, but you used to get the magazines. And on the magazines you buy, there'd be a demo disc, and it'd be the first mission, usually, of, I don't know, was it about 5-10 random games on there, new upcoming games?
Yeah, it'd be some real random stuff. In some stuff, it was a demo for a game, and some of it, because we didn't have the internet, or it was only like what was in magazines, really, to a degree, it didn't really have... so sometimes a game would just like, oh, that looked good, I want to play that, and then it never came out. It would just be
you never heard nothing on it again. Yeah.
There was a bit during my 360 era at the beginning that I didn't have internet in my house. Yeah. So to get any updates on my console, I buy the 360 magazine every month. I think it came out. Was it every month? So there would be a like an update on the disc as well as the demos. So I'm going to quickly do this because obviously Dan Griffin's just joined us. I know Liam's just joined us as well. I am actually going to play the actual trailer for the reveal for it, for the fans, because just so you can see, obviously, it might be new for Liam. It looks like you might get the NES version with it, to be honest.
See, I'm not gonna lie, couldn't play with them graphics now.
Oh mate, that game there, that's the original. That's the first PlayStation 1. Number 2.
It's mad to think, right, how we were playing Call of Duty earlier and those graphics compared to these games. But at the time, these games were the best,
mate,
and they were like fantastic. And you're like, oh my god, how? Like if you was to give, so if say I was to get my nephew to play this game now, he'd be like, what is this? But didn't realise.
Solid Snake. There's such a great story to it. Number 2 was a bit like. Oh, there we go. I don't know why that's come up, but there we go. Either way, you get the gist anyway. I mean, anybody that's played it, I know what you mean though. Like they would literally be like, "The fuck is this game?" You know what I mean? Dan Griffin in the chat, Metal Gear Solid 3, the best. I only completed Snake Eater once, and so I only played through it once, so I don't remember everything on that one. I know it's a prequel to the other two stories. Yeah, I mean, I want to know actually, Dan Griffin, you're a Metal Gear Solid fan. Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 were part of the PS3 360 edition. Oh, okay, I didn't know that too. I didn't have a PS3, to be fair. I did not know that, but I'm so glad.
360, didn't you?
He said it was on PS3.
Yeah, /360.
Oh, was it? I must have missed that. Then. I'm just glad it's coming out on Xbox Series X so I can play it again, mate. To be honest, I'm looking forward to it.
That's it. The Xbox Series X is what? Was it something like 8 teraflops of processing power?
Mate, the first game's probably about
designed to play everything at like 6 million K fidelity, and you're rocking the PS1 game on it.
Deal with it, mate. Deal with it. I don't care. Mate, I love it. It's a great.
That's like someone rocking the original Age of Empires game on a PC with like a i9 13th gen CPU and a 4090 graphics card just to rock the original RTS games.
I have brought the best PC ever. It will play every game that's currently out and no lag, no nothing, no anything. What are you playing on it? Theme Hospital, mate.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Mate, that just proves that sometimes it's not about graphics. It's about how good the game was, how it made us feel.
Yeah.
And, I know Metal Gear Solid, mate, the one I'm going to be rocking the most is the original one, which is the worst graphics out of those two. But it's not about the graphics. It's about the story. The bosses, Sniper Wolf, Psycho Mantis. I think Vamp was in number 2. Some weird characters, mate. It's it's set in the West, but it's kind of a weird.
Yeah.
It's mate. I didn't play 4. Metal Gear Solid, seeing Shadow Moses in an all non-HDSD. Monster Glory made me weep. Mate, I always wanted the first Metal Gear Solid game for PlayStation to be made into a film. I thought it'd be freaking amazing. What's this, Dan?
HD Remastered Collection.
How have I missed this? How have I missed these re-releases? Maybe I assume they were just on PlayStation. I don't know.
So you say worse graphics, but how much did they get out of the PlayStation for MGS? Stunning at the time. Yes, yeah.
It was stunning at the time. It was. There was no game for me. I remember playing the demo. You talk about demos, mate. A mate of mine had the demo for it, and none of them could get past the level they gave you. Yeah. I played it, and I was like, right, go. And I got to run now and do this and do that. And I absolutely loved it. Sneaking through vents and stuff. It was just anything. It was so different to anything I had played at the time. Now it's like you could say Hitman's very much like Assassin's Creed has got, kind of elements of this as well. But the graphics don't mean anything.
No, you're right there. I'll give you an example, right? The other week, my brother come over and he wanted the N64 that we've got here because he wanted to play some classic games. So I'm sat here, I found it out, and I'm challenge my 7-year-old nephew to a game on Mario Kart.
Yes.
Right? Absolutely destroy him on Mario Kart because I can remember all the levels off by heart, which is quite bad considering it's been 20 odd years since I've played it. But the game was fantastic. Yeah, took me a while to get used to that old N64 controller.
Holding that, with that.
Get back to that.
In the middle, yeah.
Yeah, that took a while to get that back together. But when you get going and you're looking at it, the graphics didn't mean nothing because the gameplay was still smooth as anything.
It was just fun. It was just fun.
It was a game that kept you going, wasn't it?
That's what's gaming is about for me. If it's fun, like we'll talk about Modern Warfare 3 in a minute, the beta we've been playing, but playing that with you guys earlier. At the end of the day, again, I know we're going to talk about it, but like end of the day, it's a COD game. But because I was playing with you lot, I was having fun.
Yeah,
we had a laugh. So we'll get onto that. Are we doing? What do you want to talk about first, mate? Are we doing? I can't remember which order we were doing it. Are we doing?
We have
the game was coming. Next. Oh, okay. Okay. So obviously, you've got a PlayStation 5, so you can play this. I've never played any of these new ones. I played the last Spider-Man game I played, mate, was on PS2 when Tobey Maguire was a Spider-Man.
Yeah, and to be fairness, that originally was the last one I played, and I only bought a PS5 to play Spider-Man and God of War.
Yeah.
So I bought it for this, but I played the last Spider-Man, which is a fantastic game, and the Miles Morales one I've recently played, and that's a fantastic game. But this one looks good. It's out on the 20th, which is it Friday?
That would be
I
yes.
think.
Just get my freaking calendar up.
Yeah, $69.99 if you want to get it as well.
How much is it?
$69.99.
Is that the standard edition, or is that like
that's the standard edition?
The standard edition, 70 quid.
Yeah. Now, the only annoying thing, right? So,
other than the 70 quid, but yeah.
Yeah, other than the 70 quid, is the. And I don't know why, but so if you pre-order an Xbox game, Xbox takes the money about a week before its release.
Okay.
PlayStation, you have to pay as soon as you pre-order it. So if I pre-ordered it 6 months ago, I have to pay 6 months ago. Which,
right, yeah, sorry, I don't know what you're on about then. So yeah, when you buy it on Xbox, it takes it nearer the time.
Doesn't it? Which I refuse to give them my money when they could put the date back and stuff like that. So I was like, nah, not doing it.
Oh, okay.
I haven't bothered pre-ordering it because that always annoyed me about PlayStation.
Yeah. Liam in the chat, I'm super excited for the new Spider-Man game. I hope it's as good as the other two.
I hope it's as good as well, Liam. I really do. Looking at the gameplay bits, because there's a couple of little bits have snuck out. It looks good. The map apparently is twice the size of the last one, which would be fantastic. And the way I like the fact that we're going up against Venom this time.
Yeah, Liam, Dan Griffin in the chat here. Can't wait to see Venom, the latest Spider-Man 2. I need to get a PS5. That's the problem. This is what we've been talking about a little bit. Is the whole is it co-op as well? I didn't realize that. You can team up, can you?
No, it's single player.
What was it on about teaming up there then at the end?
Is it? It's definitely single player.
Is it? It just said something about. Hang on. Unless it means teaming up together with the other. It says be great together there. So is it not?
It might be a NPC because I'm reading off the Sony website here now. Marvel Spider-Man 2, 1 player.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right, be great together. Oh, that's Peter Parker and Miles Morales return. It's the NPC characters. It's not.
Oh, okay. That's a shame. That'd have been cool, wouldn't it? To be fair.
How do they make New York twice the size, or are they go? That's a very good point, and I don't know, but I remember. Let me see if I can see the. Do
they mean because they only had portions of the city before? Is that right? Or I mean, I don't know.
No, they had it both last time, but I'm sure.
Or does it mean it's seamless rather than?
So Spider-Man 2 will feature a map that is nearly double the size of the one found in the 2018 Spider-Man. In addition to containing updated version of Manhattan, it also boasts versions of Brooklyn and Queens in it. Okay, so there's extra. It's not just the main Manhattan Island, then, is it? That's how they're doing it.
Oh, okay.
What's that from Liam? They really missed an opportunity to make it a 2-player game. But that is a fair point, to be fair.
To be honest, I've not because I'm not. I don't have a PlayStation, and I know I can't play. I mean, I'll probably pop over to yours or something and have a.
You just bought a PlayStation.
All that, yeah. But my point is the fact that it said "be greater together." I thought that meant it was co-op. So actually, that is actually a 2-player game, to be honest. Dan Griffin asked, okay, they're just including the other boroughs.
Yeah, just adding the other bits on, aren't they?
Mate, I the first one that came out, I don't get me wrong, that is the one game I'm like, oh, I wish I could play that because Spider-Man's great. I mean, I saw the other day, funnily enough, Stan Lee talking about Spider-Man, and Spider-Man could be literally anybody. You just put the suit on.
Yeah. Wouldn't
it be cool at some point? They could do this in a video game, that they pass the mantle to the player. So Miles Morales retires or some shit, or even, Peter Parker retires, and then you get to make yourself, which then becomes Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. It could be interesting. And then you fight some of the greatest villains ever or something.
To be fair, he's kind of passed the mantle on to Miles Morales.
Mm.
I said to Dan, just buy a PlayStation. Who's got a spare £500 knocking it down?
Yeah,
That's
let's
very
buy a
good
PlayStation
point.
during a cost of living crisis, isn't it? Yeah, let's buy
very, very good. Are they still £500? Wow.
I have no idea. I've not looked because I had no interest in getting one. I've had no interest in the PlayStation since PS3 because it was
because there's a new PS5 coming out, isn't there? They've just announced a new one. That's actually a good point. It might wait for the new one, Dan, and buy because it's only slimmed down. Apparently, that's all they're doing. So that might lower the price of the original ones. To be fair,
I mean, is there any problems with the current one? Is there any heating?
No, it was. They did find that it had a problem with the CPU coolant. If you leave it stood up or on its side, I can't remember one or the other. That does. But to be fair, mine's been stood up the entire time and it works fine.
I can't. If I was to look at to be honest, both consoles. I like the Xbox. I've been an Xbox person since the original Xbox, through the 360 all the way up to now. But is it pretty? No. Is a PlayStation 5 pretty? I suppose technically you could argue that the PS5 is prettier than the Xbox because it's not a square. But I don't think either of them look that good, to be honest. Like, I'm an Xbox person, but do they really look?
I don't like the look of it. I got the discless version because I don't even stick a freaking disc into the Xbox, let alone a
PlayStation. You mean? Sorry,
I've got discless PlayStation. Yeah.
Yeah. Griffin in the chat. Sweet. If they're bringing out a slim, I'll grab a cheap bigger.
Yeah, no, that's it.
That's the way of doing it. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure the slim's coming out in a few months. I'm sure I read somewhere. So yeah, do it. Because everyone alive would be selling it. All these ones that just upgrade as soon as the new one comes out. You'll get a cheap second-hand deal, or they'll lower the prices of the originals.
PS5 looks like a Wi-Fi box. It does actually. That's a great shout. That's a great.
It does look like, doesn't it?
That's
just
great.
A giant Wi-Fi box.
Yeah, man, it's great. Right, before we get on to Modern Warfare, then, mate, let's get on to because we talked about this before we on episode 7.
Starfield,
and it's been a while since we've been on. Obviously, so August, and you're on like how many new game plus you on? We're not going to give anything away.
Well, for anyone that's in the chat, have you all played it before I say anything? Like
we can leave it spoiler free, mate.
But New Game Plus is a spoiler.
Oh yeah, well we'll leave it. Oh, good point. I've sported any regardless.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Sorry, my bad. Just like me, Dan says cheap and chunky. He's on about the
That's
PlayStation, obviously. Yeah. Nope, not yet. Okay, so right. So we won't. We'll just say
this is the problem, Liam. Right? I have completed it, and I've completed it now for a few weeks, but I can't say nothing and talk about it with these others because they haven't done it, and this is the most frustration part of it.
I've not. I know where it's going, but I haven't completed it. I think I know where it's going. Dan Griffin, I haven't played it. Can't play it because I don't have an Xbox. If you've got a PC and you've got you have a PC, it's on Game Pass. I was about to say,
Pass, yeah.
It's on PC Game Pass as well, Dan. If you've got a PC that can run it, obviously, but you can play it.
I don't know when I'm going to play it.
We'll try and keep it somewhat spoiler free. I'm not going to try and spoil it. Basically, what we will say then is, what do you think, Jack? There's been a lot of negativity about it in most. I think generally it's been. I would say it's probably 80% positive and the rest negative, but maybe even less.
It's a fantastic game. I've really enjoyed playing it. I've still got loads to do on it. I like the fact that myself, you, and another friend of ours all started at the same time. All had completely different starts.
Experiences.
Literally. Like, I'll just give you a brief thing of what happened to me. So we all start doing the first mission. And the first part of the first mission, you've got to go to this one place. We've all got to go to the same place. We've all got to do the same thing. The other two go there, start the mission. I go there, get arrested as soon as I walk through the door, and get sent off on a side mission.
Because you stole some shit before you got there, basically.
Yeah.
So even when I went to the same place as the other person, the way they chosen to do their gameplay, where they were going, what they wanted to do, is different to what I was doing. So none of it, you could say, but even to the point where you go to a planet and you say, I'm here, because it's procedure generated in most, in other parts that aren't a point of interest, even that's different, isn't it? So,
I'd also say that the side missions are just as detailed and as long as the actual campaign.
Absolutely.
To be fair, the one side mission is probably longer than the entire actual campaign.
Main missions, yeah. At no point, weirdly, even though I can go to a menu and it will basically say this is a side mission. At no point during my playthrough have any of the missions felt like a side mission, if that makes sense. None of them has felt like this mission took for me 5 minutes and then I'm done. This was literally like
I found so
you know?
the way I played through this is I think I did 5 of the main chunky side missions before I even started the campaign, because I went off and started on that side mission where I got arrested straight away. I did all the side missions first, all the big ones, and I found that they then give me more options in the game.
Yeah.
So
you can just walk into a city, you can overhear somebody say something, and it'll give you an activity to do.
Yeah. So an example then. One of the side missions as such is for like a ranger corps. And you work your way through that and you become a ranger. That ranger option then gives you more dialogue options when dealing with missions.
Yeah.
And it adds an extra element to it.
Yeah. If you're into if you've liked any other Bethesda game, I think you'll like it. If you're coming in expecting it to be a Star Citizen, Elite Dangerous type of game where
it's not that.
It's not open world.
No.
I would say it's a sandbox game, to be fair.
Yeah. There is so much there is a lot of detail there. There's a few things that I would have liked to see, that just little irritations. The story's good. The ending is good. What comes after that is good.
Yeah.
But I can't say anymore because it ruined it.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. The combat is great, by the way. I was just gonna obviously see. Oh god, what's going on? That's what I want there. The ship combat and the ground combat is actually really good fun, to be honest. Bit of a learning curve initially, but overall, I think it's actually really.
The customization on your ship, fantastic.
Yeah, seen some hilarious builds, by the way, online from other people.
Oh yes, there are some funny ones. To be fair.
But yeah, it's a great game. Like I said, if you're expecting to fly through an atmosphere and then touch on a planet, no, it's not like that. It's
not a space sim, like Starfield and Elite.
No,
but it is a very there is the thing of you can go and explore any of these planets and do what you want there. That's fine, but the story is good, so try and do the story as well.
I've enjoyed it, mate. Like I said, the stuff I have done. What were they called? You said it a minute ago. The Rangers, was it?
Rangers, yeah.
I've enjoyed doing that mission. But like I said, everything I've done, even because I would say activities are really, really are side missions. But even doing those, how can I say this? Everything feels important. Nothing feels trivial. I mean, unless you're doing temple runs and all that, that's a later date talk.
That's not something you need to worry about until
not really.
That's end game stuff.
But if a lot of people, I think, were thinking they were going to take off, fly the ship up into space, and then fly. No, it's not that type of game.
One thing I will say, I will give you a tip. For the love of God, pick up all the ammo because it doesn't weigh anything.
Yeah,
pick up as much ammo, because when you get to some of the side missions, especially one distinct group of side missions, you need a lot of ammo, especially the 50 cal ammo, because you need to fire some big guns, and the little guns just won't work. Trust me, I spent hours and hours doing it, and that is a tip for you. Pick up every bit of ammo you can pick your hands on, because you're going to need it later game.
And yeah, again, because it's a Bethesda game, you have like a certain amount of stuff you can carry, obviously, and obviously you get overcumbered very quickly in the beginning. Space suits and stuff, jetpacks, helmets. You will literally be what I do like is that it doesn't stop you from running, but it does decrease your stamina, if that makes sense. So if you're in a battle and you're overcoming, you're like, shit, I can't get these things. Because it's not an online game, so you can like go to your pause menu and then obviously sort it out. But I did see a lot of people very quickly before we move on whinging about I'm just menu hopping. I'm just menu hopping in fast traveling. You don't have to do that. So I don't. When I first started playing it, I would walk back to my ship, get in my ship, take off, go to thing, plan my route, and then off I went. Even if I'd been there before, I would like doing the grav jump stuff. There are some things where I think I'm in a rush. I got to go in a minute. I need to get this mission done. I will fast travel, but you can only fast travel there if you've been there before.
At the start, I thought, this fast travel's gonna they shouldn't have put that in. After an hour, I completely changed my mind, and you need fast travel because some of the stuff you'd be trekking everywhere, and you need fast travel for that, definitely. But other than that, fantastic game. To be fair, I'll give the story and the game 10 out of 10 for me. Honestly, it's absolutely fantastic game.
I thought you were going to score it high. I didn't know it was going to get a perfect score from you.
Yeah, no, it's I put it on par. What was the last decent game I played? Like the last game that I would score that high was like Red Dead 2, and I pair it with that. To be fair, it's a good game.
Two different types of games, though. 100% two different types of games in a sense of how you play and how it's done. But yeah, 100%, I agree with that. There's even going to be content coming later down the line as well.
Yeah.
So
there's so much expandability there as well.
We talked about. So much I just realised we haven't even talked about base building. We haven't even talked about that. There's even that element.
To be fair, I haven't even dabbled in base building yet.
I tweaked it. I messed with it a little bit, but you need to find a planet that has good resources so you can place a base.
I haven't even delved into base building yet, and I'm like, I think 4 days of gameplay in.
Liam in the chat, sorry, people who are complaining about fast travel don't understand those types of games.
Exactly.
Maybe, yeah. I think they were all expecting a Elite Dangerous. Is it not Star? What's the one you play?
Star Citizen.
And yeah, they were expecting a space simulator. It's not. It's set in that environment in sci-fi, but it's not that at all. It's not. It's not an Elite Dangerous, as we've already said.
No.
Dan Griffin's haven't graduated to PC Master Race yet. Can't afford a current gen console. So definitely can't afford a PC. Jack might be happy with that. If you know how to build one, you could save yourself quite a bit of money in the long run. But
if you build yourself one, you do save a bit of money, to be fair. I built mine, built Ben's. But they are you do save yourself a bit of money if you buy one, to be fair. But it depends on what you're going to use. As I said, sometimes it's easier just to have a console. I had a console. As I said, I've built this PC, but 99% of my gaming, other than like certain games that you physically can't buy on console, I play on console.
Yeah,
that's the thing. My day-to-day gaming is console, unless it's something that's only available on Steam.
Yeah, I mean, there are some great games that are like very much in alpha or beta on Steam that you can play.
Oh, that's it. I have bought so many games on alpha and beta, like the alpha, or what's it called on there? The I can't remember what it's called. Steam something in it, where you got all the games early access. I bought Ready or Not. That's a fantastic game, SWAT simulator. That is stupidly hard. Like the NPCs are on fire.
Is it like How Let Loose hard?
It's worse than that.
It's worse than that.
Honestly, mate, like every single NPC is a sharpshooter, right? And it's savage. Especially if you're playing like with a team that's not communicating or on your own. It can be difficult. So Liam, Ready or Not is amazing. Yeah, it is a fantastic game. Absolutely fantastic game. And there's so much you can do in it, but like the NPCs are hard as nails.
Yeah, fair enough, man. I think we need to get into I've got some footage. I found some footage as well. Somebody actually playing it, but we'll play the. Why isn't it working? Because I haven't done that. That's why. So yeah, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3. I will admit I was a bit like because Sledgehammer and when they normally take it away from Infinity Ward, sorry. Yeah, I was a bit worried about it. We've played. Oh, hang on. Sorry, we'll go back to that. Liam saying about Ready or Not. The fact you can mod it makes it 10 times better. I think PC games in general have that.
To be honest, I haven't actually had a look at any of the mods. Is there some good ones on there? I've only played the base game. I haven't. I think I've only got like 30 or 40 hours played into it. And I haven't looked at any of the mods.
Fair enough. I haven't played it yet, so I don't know. But yeah, modding I think is a way forward in some cases. To be fair. Yeah, sorry, we need to get into this beta because this. But yeah, Modern Warfare 3. Now, let's talk about the negatives quickly. This was meant to be a add-on to the current game.
Yeah.
It's not. It's now a standalone buy it game, which we do actually have the. So I'll put it on the screen as well. But Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 cross-gen bundle is $69.99. Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. Xbox One, Xbox Series X is actually £100 or £99.99p. But I did find on CD keys earlier for PC players is currently being sold for $72.99. So if you're going to get it and you're going to pre-order it, if you are a PC player, you can save yourself a considerable amount of money there, to be fair, on CD keys. So
yeah. So I have pre-ordered it. I said I wasn't going to pre-order it.
Which one did you go for?
I won't buy the Vault Edition. I just buy the standard.
You bought the 70 quid, the $69.99.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said I wasn't going to do it this year, but bloody Activision.
Well, I got some footage to show the people watching in a minute for some of the stuff, but I'm looking forward to the story because I've enjoyed the story so far from the 2 games that we've had in this relaunch of it, if you want to call it that. But I mean, it was very. What's this, Liam? I've been playing the Modern Warfare beta. First impression, it seems good. First weekend of PlayStation exclusive was horrible though. Pre-patch Battle Rage made the game unplayable.
So I've been playing it since Friday. Ben started together last night and done some today. On the Xbox, obviously PlayStation got it the weekend before, I believe. I don't know about you, Ben, but the only issue I've come across is ground war.
I've had a bit of lag on the
that's just been lag.
And just been lag. But real proper lag on ground war was a bit annoying, to be honest. But that's the only real issues I've had. A bit of issues connecting to get a game, but I'm putting that down to the fact that it's the beta. We're not, they're
not going to have all servers on, are they?
Yeah.
Like they would. I find it. I found it very smooth to play.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. I like the fact that Infinity Ward have creative control. I know Sledgehammer are doing it, but they're working together by all accounts.
Yeah, that's it. I played Vanguard and Cold War, and I hated them. They felt sluggish, and to me, they always felt like they should have been the prequel to the Modern Warfare one that came before them.
They felt like a step back then.
Yeah, they felt clunky when you're playing. They didn't sound too smooth. That was my fear for this. But having played the beta, I feel that it's much better. Sat Dan, sorry lads, got to duck out. Much so I love you guys talking games at Sunday roast calls.
Mate,
we'd all do the same if we had a Sunday roast waiting.
We'll have to do a session where we sit down and eat our Sunday roast while we're doing the show one day. I don't know.
Thanks for tuning in.
We're gonna, thank you, Dan. Thank you very much. We are gonna get. I reckon, mate, we're gonna get you cooking a roast on the channel at some point. We'll film it in your cooking channel. Yeah,
I am not a cook.
Hey, you've done some baking in the past. I know you have. Maybe on Bake Off before you know it. Do you know what? Yeah, it feels smooth. I know this had a few laggy issues. That's it. It's a beta, but because it's still essentially in the engine from the last couple of games, or the last game at least, I don't think it's. I think it's fine. It's a COD game. I'm liking the guns. We don't have to do that bullshit of.
To unlock a silencer for your assault rifle, you have to get 6 million kills with a shotgun.
Yeah, something
and
like that,
5 knives to the back of the brain. The stupid ass shite.
Yeah, just
no, I
stupid
completely
shit
agree.
that was. Yeah. So, what was that? Dan, I can't cook a roast. It's family dinner. Me mum's
No,
fair enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah, until you play the campaign and the story, it's a COD game. I can't. It feels smooth. It's fun to play. And I said to you before, I can't believe I never turned up the sensitivity before until like literally the last game. So
sensitivity has got to be like that is the one thing. Liam, out of curiosity, what sensitivity do you controller sensitivity? So vertical and horizontal. What do you have yours set on? It might be a bit different for obviously a PS5 controller if that's what you're using. But just out of curiosity, how like sensitive do you have it? Because we've been having this debate on and off with our friends and that, and I know one of our friends uses it on 4, and I tried playing that, and it felt like my character wasn't
slow
moving.
as anything, didn't it? Yeah,
just felt like it wasn't moving, and I couldn't do it. But yeah, it's one of those 4 both 4.
What the hell, man?
4.
And an ADS 0.8. How are you doing that?
At the moment, Liam, mine is set on 18.
Mine's on 9. So
and 1.5 ADS.
My ADS is set to 1.2 something.
I will admit, after playing Starfield, like 4 days worth of Starfield, then going back to COD on those settings, I had to turn it down
to get
because
used to
it felt like I was spinning around. But then I got back used to it. And
mate,
I'm back onto 18 at the moment.
Liam, I was just going to say, mate, try turning your setting up maybe to your COD on both ways, so horizontal and vertical. Just change it up to 6. Leave it there. Your ADS, I would recommend turning up to at least 1, if not a bit more. I like those sense. Fair enough. But yeah, then once you get used to that, you get to. And I've been turning mine up gradually, and I have got high. I mean, I started off on 5, then 6, and I'm on 9 now. So, but yeah, I can't imagine going back now. Going back and playing Halo and trying to turn like that.
Oh yeah, playing Halo, it felt like you were stood still.
Ooh, my chair's squeaking like that.
Yeah, and that's what it felt like to me when I was playing it. I was like,
I do my head instead. Yeah. So yeah. Some of the news, you still got some of your normal kill streaks, your SIEs, I don't know whether they've released all of them in the beta. To be honest with you, it seems a bit short for me. It doesn't seem that many, if that makes sense, on the kill streaks. There might not be all of them.
It might not be all of them, to be fair. The Mosquito drone, I'm enjoying.
The Mosquito drone is very much like the Hunter they used in Black Ops. I feel you threw it in the air. And
I'm not a fan of that stupid thing that we just saw there, which does the sound
wave. Yeah. It's good to incapacitate somebody if you want to bottleneck them. The Guardian SC is what you're on about. Here we go. He's going to put it down now. So it blasts sound. We saw much of it.
Slows people down, doesn't it, when they're running in, basically like a stun grenade.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm not a fan of that. But I'm enjoying the nostalgia of playing these old maps, and it's surprising how quickly they come back to you. Like, you know how to do this, you know how to do that. I know my way around this, and it plays smooth, which is ideal. What I want. What's Liam said? I played Cold War on 3 both ways, and then oh
my god, man!
Oh gee, Guardian kill streak. Don't know why they added it.
Yeah, we don't like it. We're not liking it, mate, either. To be honest with you,
what we do like though is they've brought back voting for what map you want.
Yeah, they should have never.
They should have never took that out.
Never got rid of it. To be honest, there's a lot.
That's brilliant.
Let's talk. Let's just talk about the perks quickly because they still technically are there, but they're not called perks anymore.
Yeah, it's gear, isn't it? So like gloves and boots.
So like for fast reloading, you equip the certain gloves. Boots would be for whether you want better mantling, jumping, or
damage, or stuff like that.
Yeah, and then there's.
I did see actually because I've just unlocked one padded shoe or something, and it adds a longer slide and full aim down sight while sliding.
Oh right, okay. One of the ones I saw, I think it was the gloves? Maybe it was the boots. Maybe it might be. I can't remember if it was gloves or boots. But you can run while reloading, so you can actually sprint and they'll still reload. Yeah. So that'll be helpful because obviously when you sprint now and you mid reload, but then you sprint, it will stop reloading and it will continue the action after the fact. So
Liz, the perk system is weird this year. Personally, don't know how I feel about it. I was thinking that, to be fair. Like at the start, I was like, I don't know how like they just made this more complicated than it needs to be. And I suppose they're just trying to change it up a bit when, to be fair, they're not really, they're giving us old maps. So it's not exactly, maybe they're just trying to give us something new. I don't know.
No, I don't know, mate, either, to be honest. It is. I've enjoyed it. Like, I can't really add much to it other than it's a COD game. They've changed the bloody weapons, so you don't have to unlock. You know, I want to unlock a bloody scope for a sniper rifle, get fucking 90 kills with a knife or some bollocks like that. So it's just like you haven't got to do that anymore. Voting on maps I like because there's one map on Modern Warfare 2, the night vision one. We fucking ate it.
Oh, that was a horrible map.
Horrible map.
Horrible.
I don't get why you can't aim down the sight. I know you're supposed to have night vision goggles on, but yeah, if you use a sniper rifle, you can still do that. I personally use comlink, so
that's it. I need to put that on.
I use that. So it's all one less. I use score though now, so I don't know how that would affect it, but you know, I've enjoyed it. Like I said, high rise a bit too much, but you know, it is what it is.
I don't like the fact they give the Juggernaut a riot shield.
Oh, he's got a riot shield. I didn't know. Oh, yes, he has. Yes, I've only seen one in fairness since I've been playing it. So, mate, it's all right.
That's a bit carnage, like a bit OP now. But he's only got a shotgun instead of the railgun. I suppose it balances out.
All right. Yeah, it's a COD game. The beta's good. I've enjoyed it. It's smoother than I was expecting. I was really expecting it to be.
The jug is so easy to kill this shit. Well, please explain how. Because I was firing at it constantly earlier and I couldn't take the thing out.
Can you throw the Semtex grenade at him still?
Yes. I don't think I had any grenades. I just hit him constantly with fire in the back. And it.
Hopefully Liam will tell us. But anyway, yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 cross-gen bundle is $69.99. The Vault Edition is £100 or £99.99p technically. But as I said on CD keys earlier, I did see it for $72.99. So if you want to save yourself some money, PC players, get it on CD keys, which is another way you can get it. So I can't remember when it's actually out, mate. That's the one thing I didn't write down.
Ooh, is it the 14th? It's either the 10th or the 14th of November.
It's November again. Okay, that's not too bad. And that's about it, to be fair, this time round. That's Liam saying a lot less health and oh god, lots of range. Just load it with
so just range. It keep pouting it from range when it can't get to it. That's fair enough.
The sniper rifle I wasn't overly keen on which you start with, but actually in that ground war, even though we had a bit of issues with rendering and lag because of the amount of players, I actually got some wicked kills, to be fair. Oh, there you go. 10th of November, but 3rd for the campaign. Thanks, Liam. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, they did that last year, didn't they? When you could play the campaign a week early.
I forgot to write it down. That's my bad. Yeah, man. Mate, that's it. Well, stay tuned at the end of the show, by the way, because we're going to show the trailer again for Activision because it was really good. Anything else you want to quickly talk about COD? Anything else you want to add to it?
No, I think that's it. I'm looking forward to playing the full release.
As I said, we were both a bit like, oh God, is it going to be any good because of the fact that Infinity Ward are involved still. They're using the same building on. I think I want to say the graphics look a little bit better, but maybe lighting is better.
Yeah,
and it does feel smooth to play. It's not like jaggedy or anything like that.
A bit bigger, don't they?
We did
off by an Activision.
Liam missed the start,
Liam.
We're going to literally talked about the start of the show, mate. You can rewatch the show after you go off. We are going to sit through the credits, Liam. There will be a little thing at the end of the credits of the show here, and you can see that. And you can obviously what we did talk about at the top of the show, buddy, which you can obviously watch back on YouTube and stuff like that. And but all go to Twitch, BenNy Mac Gaming on Twitch. Obviously, it should be on there as well, or the Facebook page, and the audio will be out soon. But we did talk about it, mate. 69 billion.
We're very happy about it.
Very happy about it, mate. It's the general gist of that conversation. So if you don't have to
I do recommend watching the video at the end if you've not seen it already.
Yeah,
it's
stay tuned.
The Xbox trailer for the Activision deal completing, and it is a good video to watch.
It is actually. I'm going to queue it up now, ready, just in case I mess it up. There we go. But yeah, that's it. You can follow the show at Gameplay Junkies on X. Follow the network at SJP World Media. Follow Jack at Jack B327 on X. Follow myself on X as well at BenNy Mac B.
What is what you was on about then? X? That's Twitter.
Twitter. It's Twitter, mate. I keep calling it Twitter, to be honest, so I'm not going to lie. Dan, Liam, everybody else that tuned in and watched, maybe if you didn't get involved with the chat, that's fine. We appreciate it. Well, so hopefully we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. See you later.
See you later.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy, don't miss a tree.
So, this is home now. Home. Family.
That's cute.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful
We need an army. I can get us an army.
I got a beautiful feeling. Everything going my way.
It's about time. We're a team. All of us. No one fights alone.
I'll follow you from here on out.